Welcome back, Storm fans. Bryant Cook here, and today we're playing 8-Pact Gruul Storm. Thank you to Ari for the donation deck. Ari is a contributor of this channel and has been for over a year now. Ari, once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Part of being in the Stormtrooper tier is that you get half of your donation decks off. So 50% off, and you get to submit all the time. It's pretty great. So today we're playing this Gruul Storm variant that Ari and I have been messaging back and forth about. The list is mostly Ari's. The idea is that we're going to use Summoner's Pact as a consistency card over a more classic Gruul Storm build. So when we look at other builds here, you'll see we have Birgi, got a Storytelling, Valakut Awakening, March Reckless Joy, some cards that just, I don't know, like they're not always great. I mean, I really like Birgi, but it doesn't make sense in this particular build. So the idea is that we're going to consistently find Goblin Anarchomancer. So that's pretty nice. And then you want to play your Pyretic Rituals into something like Reforge the Soul. And you're just more consistent with finding the Anarchomancer, and then you have Pact of Negation to protect it. One of the big things about Gift Storm is that removal is really good against it. We're looking to correct that with the blue Pact here. And one thing you may be noticing is we're not playing a whole lot of past the turn storm spells. We do have one Aeve Progenitor Ooze in the main deck, one empty in the board, one Galvanic Relay. When you have 8 packs in your deck, you don't really want to be passing the turn because then you have to actually pay that upkeep cost. So we're looking to avoid that. That said, Aeve naturally being a creature that needs to attack, if you're going to win with it, you have to pass the turn. But you can also get it with Summoner's Pact. So you can keep hands that go Strike It Rich into Wild Cantor, Ritual, Metamorphose, Pact, get Aeve, and then play Aeve for an army of slime, pay the upkeep cost, and then attack for lethal. So that's why this is included here today. Other than that, it's a pretty standard Gruul list. We have 3 copies of Underworld Breach, 4 Wish today, 3 Reforge the Soul. This is really a Reforge the Soul deck once it gets working, in my opinion. And Underworld Breach is more of a secondary card. And then in the board, we have 4 Lightning Bolt for decks like Hammer Time, Burn, etc. Veil of Summers for the Rakdos mid-range matchup, also blue decks. It's pretty self-explanatory. We're looking to really just abuse Goblin Anarchomancer today, along with these beautiful packs. If you have any thoughts, questions, suggestions, whatever, you know what to do. Put those in the comment section down below. I do my best to answer all of those. I just want to take a quick second and thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the first match. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You can also show your support by becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks such as badges, emotes, exclusive members only content, and access to our members Discord section. As you increase the tiers, there are other rewards such as shop discounts, sideboard guides, early access to videos, and even free donation decks. Click the join button down below to find out more. We also have other ways you can support us, such as theepicstorm.com/shop or submitting a donation deck via theepicstorm.com/donation decks. That's enough for now. Let's play some Magic. Welcome to the first round. We are on the play. We have our Anarchomancer. We have a payoff. Keep. Begin with the Wooded Foothills. Pass the turn. Basic Plains into Drum. So this is likely Hammer Time. A matchup that I think we should be fairly decent at. I'll grab my Stomping Ground. They can have their Drum. Ornithopter. Strong start. Take a draw step. Another Metamorphose is terrific. Play the Goblin. Pass the turn. Land 2. They have 4 cards in hand. What we're most afraid of at this point is likely just the Stargarder's Aid into Hammer. And that's step 1. That's step 2. So they're going to have it. I will not block the Ornithopter. Sure thing. Ouch. Take a draw. Metamorphose number 3. Let's see if we can do it. Cast it. You can draw your card. No. Red. Summoner's Pact here can go get another Goblin. And that's a break even on Wish into Reforge. So that actually might be worth doing. We could also, we could look at Past in Flames too. Okay, I'm going to cast the Summoner's Pact. We are not passing the turn. Cast Manamorphose. I'll make red-green this time. Another land. Manamorphose. Red-red. Another goblin. That doesn't actually help me here. And I'm 1 mana short of Past in Flames. The Pact line was technically free to do, but might bite me in the butt here. I can wish for Breach and then escape a Manamorphose, but that doesn't feel good either. We really needed to draw any ritual off those 3 Manamorphose. And like I mentioned, I'm 1 mana short of Past in Flames. I can play the Anarchomancer, which brings me down to 2 mana. Wish would be 1, Past in Flames would be 2, but then I don't have any mana to start off of these. And I've played a Pact, so I have to be able to win this turn because I can't pay the upkeep cost. So I think we have to play the Wish. Wait, I can play Past in Flames. Hold on. I'm wrong. So, Past in Flames into Morphos, Wish. Yeah, let's play the Past in Flames. Alright, I'm going to Summoner's Pact again, thin our deck, and I'm going to grab a Wild Cantor. Increases Storm count, we do have to get to 19. Manamorphose. Red. A Strike. Manamorphose. Red. Storm 10. We're looking like we're just short here. Manamorphose. Red. Another Pact. Let's play the Summoner's Pact. It's Storm 12. Grab Wild Cantor. Play the Wild Cantor. Play Wild Cantor. Strike it rich. It's from 15. From 16 for Wish. I can flashback the Strike it rich for 1 mana, which is from 17. That does it, I believe. Alright, so 1 mana, flashback, Strike it rich. That's 17. I can then play the Goblin Anarchomancer for red. And then the Wild Cantor can cast Grapeshot. Exact lethal. Boom! That was so sweet. Love it. We did it. Look at that. Turn 3. So many green pack triggers. Glad we were able to pull that off. What a way to start out this league. That was amazing. Okay. So we're headed into the post-board game now. Let's switch this back over to card view. I don't know if I necessarily need Pact in this matchup. We can probably get rid of those. Bring in these lightning bolts. Try to buy us a little bit of time here. They also kill things like Lavinia. Submit. You could also look at maybe boarding out the Aeve. That said, I guess you'd be bringing in like a Nature's Claim. And I think just having access to the Aeve might be better. Sure. My concern with this hand is that we're lacking a payoff, but it's got everything else. A double Manamorphose is nice. When it plays a Plains into an Esper Sentinel, you got it. We're gonna get rich. Wild Cantor. Pass. There's a Saga. Springleaf Drum. From 2. You're a Steel Paladin. You got it. Take a draw. Alright, so it looks like we could even try to win right now. But I feel like it might not be the best idea. So we can go Summoner's Pact into the creature, the Goblin Anarchomancer. Ritual, Morphos is 5. This brings me down to 3. And then Past in Flames would be 3 mana, so I can't actually Past in Flames. I'm 1 mana short. So I think what I'm supposed to do is just play the Strike it rich. We'll pay the 1. Pass the turn. Urza Saga goes up to 2 counters, and then they play a second copy of Urza Saga with 2 cards in hand. Here's a Colossus Hammer. They do have Metalcraft. They equip to the Esper Sentinel. Ooh, they have a Steel Shaper's Gift. I'm forced to block now or else I'm dead. This is a rough one. I mean, we have to block here. Okay, I'm at 7. So we're in the same exact spot we were last turn. Except now I have the out of potentially drawing a land off the Manamorphose. I will not pay 11. You may draw a card. We'll grab the Goblin. Play our green goblin. William Defoe would be proud. Heretic Ritual. Manamorphose. Red. Wild Cantor. Manamorphose. Red. Another Wish. That's actually pretty interesting. It's free to play the Strike It Rich here. And the Wild Cantor. They're just free Storm. So I can play Wish floating 1 mana. And then, like I mentioned, I'm 1 mana short of Past in Flames, because Past in Flames, I believe, would actually win here. But I needed to draw a land off of either Manamorphose, and I didn't. So we're at Storm 7. There's only 1 Grapeshot in the sideboard. But what I believe I have enough here is to take an Underworld Breach line into double Grapeshot. So we'll play the Underworld Breach, sacrifice the Wild Cantor, play Pyretic Ritual, remove Summoner's Pact. Actually, let's leave the Summoner's Pact for now. Remove Strike It Rich, Wild Cantor, Strike It Rich. Alright, so that's 10 Storm. We'll play Wish. And now we can double Grapeshot. I'll let you. This will do it. It looks like we're going to start this league off with back-to-back turn 3s. We could have even have gone for a turn 2 this game, but I think that would have been pushing the envelope just a little bit. Okay, now we escape the Grapeshot, and the opponent concedes. Yes! 1-0. What a great way to begin the day. Love to see. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks. Round number 2, we're on the draw. We've opened up a fantastic hand. We will obviously keep Wooded Foothills, and they're passing. Draw for turn. The Sage, you didn't really need another land here if I'm being. Let's just grab Basic Mountain. Strike It Rich. Pass the turn. Ketria Triumph, sure thing. Stomping Ground untapped. Pact of Negation was a very good draw, but we're just going to pass the turn here. Ice, baby. Scalding Tarn, and once again they're passing. Fetch. Grab the Stomping Ground. Take a draw. Another Summoner's Pact. I'm going to just play land go for now. I want them to tap some mana before I commit. I don't see a need to... Oh, I should have flashed back Strike It Rich there. That was a mistake. I don't see a need to play into whatever they're trying. Is this Rhinos? Well, they didn't tap the right color mana for Rhino. Yeah, I definitely should have flashback Strike It Rich. They're destroying my artifact. I will sacrifice it. And they discard Archon of Cruelty and a Lightning Bolt. You've got that. So they are, in fact, Creativity. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. This might be a good spot for us to try something. And I am punished by not flashing back the Strike It Rich. Take a draw. Wish. So if I go Anarchomancer, Pyretic Ritual, Manamorphose, it's 4 mana. So I could go Wish into Breach. I don't know if I actually have it here. So they're at 14. 4 mana. I think that this is a window. I'm gonna try to take it. Just cast my cards. Okay, Spell Pierce, I will cast my Pact of Negation. Pyretic Ritual. Manamorphose. Red-green. Ooh, that was a good one. Okay. Let's Summoner's Pact. Grab Goblin Anarchomancer. We'll play it floating 4 mana. So now I can Wish in a Past in Flames. Actually, Past in Flames is the wrong move here. I have a better way to win that doesn't make me lose to Endurance. So we're going to Wish again, and then Lightning Bolt plus Grapeshot. And we did it. Well, look at me now. This deck's good. I like it. All right, so the creativity deck. We likely want Veil of Summer here. I don't think that this is. I know that they play ley lines in the board. My issue here is how often does Aeve beat creativity? Probably not very often. I think that's a card that likely gets sided out here. Probably Shave on Strike It Rich. You want to leave the Wild Cantors because they're cards that you can get with Summoner's Pact for Storm Count. And I'm 1 over at the moment. I think I'm going to take out Summoner's Pact number 4. Let's try this. Unfortunately, this is not a keep. Mulligan. I guess so. This hand is not very good. Bloodstained Mire. That was a decent draw. Play out the Wild Cantor, pass the turn. They search up a Ketria Triome. Basic Mountain. Run in 6, which kills my Wild Cantor. Yeah, that's not very kind. Draw. I think I'm going to pass here. They return Bloodstained Mire, they play it. So I need mana number 3 and then to draw like a Reforge. There's mana number 3. They use their Bloodstained Mire. They use the Ren to get back the Mire again. They replay it. It looks like we're just in a draw-go pattern here. I'll activate my fetches on their end step. Grab a Stomping Ground. No, they probably knew that I drew a Miracle, though, based on the pause that it creates. I'm going to just pass here. I don't want to play into their open mana again. Let's wait for them to try to creativity, and then I'll attempt to take advantage. Dwarven Mine. And it looks like they're not going to. I guess they could do it post-combat, but I have the feeling they will not creativity. They don't. Going to clean up. They discard a Persist. Play the Goblin. We have a spare. We might as well eat up a removal spell. Ouch. Okay. So they use the Ren again. Now they're fetching. So they're going to have creativity with a mana open, which is pretty dangerous. Oh, it's Fable. Okay. I might try to go for it on my turn, but I'm not feeling too confident right now because this looks like they have 2 interactive pieces and I can't beat 2 unless I draw another Pact. Draw. Not quite. Fetch. Play the Goblin. Aether Gust. They have Ketria Triome open, which screams that they have a Spell Pierce open or even a Lightning Bolt. I can't beat either, but I think if I let them untap, I'm never winning. So I'm going to try to fight here. Play the Wild Cantor. Pyretic Ritual. Desperate Ritual. Reforge the Soul floating 1. So if it is a Spell Pierce, they can pierce me here. I've already played my land. That'll work too. Alright, so we're going to the next one. Based on how that game played out, I actually wonder if I want the Aeve. Is that crazy? I also think I'm going to switch how I... Striker Rich doesn't get hit by Ren and 6, so I'm going to board down to 1 Cantor. Or maybe I'll board down to 2 Veils. Yeah, I think I like that. Like, 2 Veils isn't a lot of protection, but I'm on the play and I want to be more aggressive, so I'm going to try this. Yes. The red mana, I mean, I guess it doesn't actually have that much going on. Mulligan. Jeez. Going to 5. Keep. Get rid of the Striker Rich. And I guess the Beseiju. I think we're going to need to Miracle a Reforge in order to win. If that was the case, maybe I should have kept the Striker Rich instead of the Wish. Play Copperline Gorge, pass the turn. Alright, they're sending it back. Another Gorge. They play Wooded Foothills, and it looks like they're going to respect our speed even on a mulligan to 5. No turn to Ren. Pass. Dwarven Mine, and they're just passing back. 7 in hand. I will play Striker. We have the treasure. Ooh, they're passing on 3 lands? Love it. They discard a creativity. Desperate Ritual was a good draw. I'm going to flash back this strike. Build up some mana here. They're now at 16. This is a Prismari command. Sacrifice the treasure. And now they get to loot. They discarded a Terra Sunder. And a bolt. So they discarded 2 pretty live cards against us. Wooded Foothills. I'm happy to pass the turn here. Actually, I could try to Aeve here. They discarded a creativity, which tells me that they have one. I think I'll pass. They shock down to 14 and they're passing again. Fetch. Grab the Stomping Ground. Take a draw. I like the extra ritual. Going to just sit here. I don't see the need. I really don't. To just play into whatever they have. Blood Crypt. Love to draw a Veil of Summer. I know that I only have 2 in the deck, but it would be great. Play the land. Okay, so Desperate Ritual's 4. I don't think I'd want to invest Splicing. I feel like that's too risky. But that'd be 4 mana. Manamorphose is a break even. So 4 mana off these 2 lands. Wish would bring me down to 1. I could then Summoner's Pact for Aeve, assuming that they let it resolve. I have 6 in hand. Would they counter a Summoner's Pact? I don't know. I think I'm going to take my chance here. Desperate Ritual. And another. Manamorphose. Do red green, I guess? I don't know. Let's play the Summoner's Pact. They're thinking hard on the Summoner's Pact. Looks like it's going to be countered. They Ace Third Gust it. We'll put that on the bottom. I don't think that's a card I'd want to redraw off Manamorphose if I'm able to play Anarchomancer, Wish, Underworld Breach. Storm is 5. Play the Goblin. Wish. And they have Fluster. Ah, that hurts. Cannot pay. They have 4 in hand. They discarded a creativity early on, and they have a Scalding Tarn here. They can use the Scalding Tarn for Dwarven Mind, cast another creativity for Archon, and then just put me in the dirt. But I guess they don't need to do it on my end step. They can do it on their main phase if they do grab the Dwarven Mind. And another. That's going to do it. Damn, they had the foresight there to counter the Summoner's Pact. It got me. We're now 1-1. Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game. Round 3, we're on the draw. We'll try this out. Misty Rainforest. Take a draw. It's a Copperline Gorge. Play the Beater, because we are an aggro deck. Indulth a Triumph, okay. Wooded Foothills. Oh yeah, I'm going to get to attack with this Wild Cantor. Beautiful. I drew the Goblin. Bring the Pain. Hiya. Strike it rich. And strike it rich. It's funny, in the deck tech, I believe I said that this is a Reforge the Soul deck. I have not cast Reforge once yet. I mean, I tried to. They get a Xander's Lounge. Okay. All 5 colors. The Fairy Time Raveler. You got it. Wow, the disrespect to my Wild Cantor. Why would you ever bounce a 1/1? I guess it's respecting it, not disrespecting. So I could go Summoner's Pact into Aeve here for 2. I don't think that's really worth it. I could Wild Cantor. That's a break even. Wish I had some way to make 1 mana. Oh, I wouldn't be able to pay for the Pact. Going to just flashback a strike. Opponent plays Wooded Foothills, pluses to Fairy, and it looks like they're passing. I'm just gonna make more mana, I suppose. You're rich. They use the Foothills for a Steam Vents. They plus to Fairy. Underworld Breach, it's a good one. Grab the Forest. Wild Cantor. Play Goblin. That resolved. Lovely. Cast a Wish. They're going to kill my Goblin in response. That's fine. I will attempt to cast Summoner's Pact. We still have the card we can play off Wish at any point. Summoner's Pact is still on the stack. Force of Negation. Everyone is respecting my Summoner's Pacts. I don't like this. So I could empty for 14 right now. And the 15th power would be Wild Cantor. Clearly I needed an Aeve in the sideboard too. Okay. I think empty's probably better than 7 cards off the top. Okay. Here are the Warrens. And empty's done resolving. 14 1/1s have entered the battlefield. I'll have my side. They fire 2 goblins. They plus 2 bounce a goblin, so now we're down to 12 power. Play a Besage. They deadened my Wild Cantor. Shardless Agent. Yeah. Into Crashing Footfall. So now when I attack, 8 damage will get through. Take a draw. Another Summoner's Pact. Attack with the goblins. So like I said, 8 damage gets through here. So I can go Underworld Breach into Anarchomancer, which isn't great, but I don't feel like this Breach is doing a whole lot either. Could also just make 2 Ooze. Maybe that's the line here. Summoner's Pact. So if I get a Anarchomancer, I'm just going to talk out loud here. So I get a Anarchomancer, I can play Breach for 1 mana, then I have 2 mana open. Are 2 Anarchomancers better than 2 Ooze? 1 mana short of empty. Yeah, I'm just going to grab the Aeve. Okay. Gruul storming it up. Fury. Oh, that's devastating. Well, the double Goblin Anarchomancer would have gotten eaten. Leyline Binding. Yeah, I might have lost this one. Ooh, they didn't swing. Okay. We have to pay for the Summoner's Pact. Yes. Take a draw. Can we find a win next turn? We have Underworld Breach with Pact backup. I need to draw like a Desperate Ritual. We're not quite 33% of the way through our library, but almost a third. And I haven't found a single ritual out of the 8. And another Scion of Draco. Okay. I will take the 8 here. Or should I block so that way I have 1 more card in graveyard? No, this is a token, so that doesn't matter. I'll take 8. Come on, deck. Give me a Desperate Ritual, please. Draw. Well, that's a draw step. Wow. I need to think about this. So if I cast this, we both get a new hand. Currently, if I play Underworld Breach, I can't win, so I believe I'm supposed to miracle this. I will pay the miracle cost. Draw a new hand. If our opponent has absolutely nothing, this could do it. They would have to have nothing in their 7-card hand. Actually, does this even do it? I don't think it does. Storm's only 1. Play the Goblin. Ritual. Leyline Binding. And I'm 1 mana short of Grapeshot. So I can play a Goblin into Wish, but I'm 1 mana short of doing anything meaningful. If I Wish here, I only have 1 available mana, so I can Lightning Bolt them, but that's still just short. I was just 1 mana behind most of this. Damn. Might as well play out my spells. Maybe they concede, or maybe they give me a little bit of information. And we can't do anything because I have no mana. Alright, so they got game number 1. Sideboard. The Aeve plan did not feel that good against them. Between Fury and Leyline Binding, I think I'm off this. I do believe I want the Veils. I'm going to board down on Wild Cantor. And a strike. Try that again. Game number 2 on the play. Yeah, keep. We only need to find a payoff. What could go wrong? I wonder, I had this thought after the first round, but I wonder if this is supposed to be a Blood Moon deck. Maybe like consolidate some of the sideboard spaces, And maybe in the post-board games against these 5-color decks, just like Blood Moon them out. Blood Moon's one of the best things in the format right now due to Leyline Binding. It just seems like this is a deck that can accelerate very easily into a turn 2 Blood Moon. It should probably be taking advantage of that. Between the 7 Striker Rich effects and the 8 rituals, just a really powerful thing to be. Okay, they played a Breeding Pool. Grab the Stomping Ground. Wild Cantor. I'll play out one Anarchomancer here. It's pretty free to do so because I have the backup. Team Vents, and they go to 18. I have been deaded and I have gone. They suspend a Crashing Footfalls. Okay. Breach. Doesn't really win the game quite yet. So far, my opinion of this deck is that it's not actually a great Underworld Breach deck. I think that it's a much better Wish deck and a decent Reforge deck, but with Underworld Breach, this deck doesn't play cantrips or anything. So when you win with Breach, it usually needs something like the Wish already in hand. So I can't help but wonder if maybe these main deck Underworld Breaches should be something else. Maybe that's just wrong, but there's no real way to fuel your graveyard, so they feel a little bit anemic sometimes. Okay. The Fairy Time Ravel. That makes my pact very awkward. Yeah, you have a Teferi. I could have cycled Veil of Summer there, but I think I want this for protection against Teferi. Summoner's Pact, play out the Wild Cantor. Okay. They plus the Teferi. They still have 6 in hand. Shardless Age. So next turn they'll have more Rhinos. I feel like I'm going to be out of this game soon. I'm really tight on mana, and I don't have an actual payoff. Move to clean up. Pact of Negation down. They plus Teferi again. Crashing in for 10. I go to 9. I do not love my odds of winning this game. Draw for turn. They're going to ice my land, and I can't respond with a Veil due to the Teferi. Heartbreaking. I mean, Beseiju doesn't do it here either. There's technically a slim line that exists. Wait, no, it doesn't. I guess if I drew a Manamorphose off this Veil of Summer, that could theoretically do something. Wait, they're actually going to let the Veil resolve? Striker Rich is not what we need, but theoretically I could escape Veil and try to win that way. So here goes nothing. Ritual. Striker Rich. Play the Goblin. Desperate Ritual. Desperate Ritual. Are you really saying that there's a chance here? Oh, I don't have another Wild Cantor. That's what I was expecting to get here. Okay, so I guess I'm getting the Goblin. Flashbacks. Yeah, I think we're supposed to flashback Strike It Rich rather than escape it. We cannot beat Leyline Binding. We cannot respond with the Pact of Negation due to the Teferi. We are dead. That's a bummer. I'm going to draw a card. It wouldn't have gotten there anyway. So I have not been super impressed with Breach yet. I think I'd like to see those be Birgis. At least with Birgi, you can play the back half as Horn, do some powerful things that actually synergize with your Reforges as well. It's just like Breach has felt a little bit anemic so far. We're 1 and 2. I'm having a lot of fun. This deck is a blast to play, but those are just some small things I've thought of while playing so far. Let's see how the last 2 matches go. If you're still watching, make sure to give this video a like, comment, and subscribe. While you're near the description, here's a reminder to use our affiliate links if you're going to make a purchase from Amazon, Card Hoarder, or TCG Player. Just above those affiliate links, you'll find our social channels. Make sure to join those to connect with us. Let's rally back. Match number 4, we're on the draw. This is a slam dunk of a hand. Keep. Looks like we have hammer time again. Let's see if we can draw into our Goblin. Not yet. Pass the turn. They play Urza's Saga. Esper Sentinel. I think I'm going to pretend to be a different deck and I'm not going to fetch. Another Wish. That doesn't actually help me. I'm going to pass. Play Arid Mesa. Esper Sentinel attacking. They have 3 in hand. Okay, no hammer. We're going to fetch with the Tarn. Grab Stomping Ground. I mean, I need to draw the Goblin pretty much here. Right here. Cycle Manamorphose. You may draw. Red green. Wild Cantor is a blocker. Okay. That's the turn. On their end step, they're going to make a construct where there's a Saga, sure thing. And now when Saga dies, they get to search for their library for a artifact with converted mana value of 1 or 0. So they can go get the Colossus Hammer and put it on a very large creature. Surprise, surprise. So it enters the battlefield, Sargarda's Age triggers, they put it on their giant dummy, and now they have 15 power on board. They play an Arid Mesa. Esper Center. So I now know that they don't have lethal, so now I don't have to block. I would have played that Esper Sentinel post-combat and made me respect the Colossus Hammer. Because I might have blocked. I'm at 2. Oh, baby. Yes. Draw your cards, because you're dead. DED. Dead. Grab that Anarchomancer. Play it. You're about to be full of Gruul. Sounds like a sloppy Joe at a summer camp, but they're dead. Desperate Ritual. Manamorphosis. Red. Underworld Breach. We'll play Wish. Play Wish again. Cast in Flames. Got some spells. Okay. Break It Rich. Manamorphose from 13. Red. Manamorphose. Make green. Play a land for turn. Put Summoner's Pact again. Get another Goblin. Play that. Play 2 more Wishes just for good measure. So now we can play 4 cards out of our set. And Grapeshot for lethal. If only every match was against Hammer, right? Okay. Bring in the bolts. Take out the pack. Submit. Look at this hand. It's so good. Obviously, we're keeping that. So, Ari found something really powerful, I think, with the Summoner's Pack package. I think that this is actually a huge improvement to the deck. Where I think that maybe we have room to grow is I think they're probably... I don't know if you want to cut all of the Underworld Breaches from the main deck, but I do think that you want Birgi in some capacity as an extra payoff spell. Because not only does it fuel Underworld Breach, it just works so well with Reforge. Land 3 was decent. Also, it being a fetch land means that we have more fuel for the Breach. We grab a Hallowed Fountain. Ink Moth for a Stone 4. Okay. They grab the Hammer. We have Bolt. I'll pass the turn. They activate Stoneforge. Aldra, I can't believe it. Take 5. We're at 14. They're passing. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so we're going to try to win on our turn. So I'm going to bolt them to not only lower their life total for Grapeshot, but also put a card in my graveyard for Underworld Breach. I am not interested in... Okay, so let's cast this Summoner's Pact. Go grab the Goblin. Okay. Desperate Ritual. Manamorphose. Red. Do another Ritual. Play the Breach. Play Wish. And then we'll escape Desperate Ritual. Remove some cards in here, like the 2 lands and a Summoner's Pact. Brings me back up to 5, and now I can cast Reforge. They had double Spell Pierce. Okay. Play Ritual. Break a Rich. I still have 1 spell I can play off Wish. So our opponent's almost dead here. Remove the Strike, Reforge, and Wish. Okay. So now if I play the Goblin, Lightning Bolt them. They're at 13, and then Grapeshot finishes it. Okay, so we're about to head over to match number 5. Love to see it. Another turn 3. Cool. All right, match 5 coming up, and we're 2-2. With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the 8-Pact Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at the8pactstorm.com/decklist. The fifth and final round, we're on the draw. This seems like a reasonable hand to me. Evidence of Souls on Beast. This is likely Amulet Titan. Here we see the Arboreal Grazer and the Selesnya Sanctuary picking up the Cavern. This Pact of Negation is not really a live card. Okay, so we will strike it rich, pass the turn. So this is actually a little bit awkward here because once again, Underworld Breaches are payoff, but it's not a card with text on it. We don't have any way to actually do anything with this Underworld Breach, which is pretty scary against a deck like Amulet Titan. Thankfully, we drew the Wish, and now this card has text. I'm trying to keep my life total up so that maybe I stand a chance at living. Okay, play Explore. Second copy of Cavern of Souls, okay. Giant. Another copy of Arboreal Grazer. Putting in the castle. They have 2 in hand. Take a draw. Ritual was decent. What can we do here? So it's pretty free to play the Wild Cantor because it makes up for itself. Play Underworld Breach. Pyretic Ritual, which was an insane draw step up. We'll escape the 3 lands. Brings us up to 5. Sacrifice the Wild Cantor. Play Wish. Now we have 4 mana floating. We can Reforge the Soul, which puts the Pact to the graveyard. So now we have another card to escape. This should probably do it. Sacrifice this for red. Ritual. 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 Summoner's Pact. Get Wild Cantor. Play it. Escape Wish. Remove Summoner's Pact. Reforge. Striker Rich. Metamorphose from 13. We do need to increase our storm count a little bit here. Play the Goblin. Summoner's Pact from 15. Wild Cantor. Play the Cantor. Escape Wish again. This is from 17, and now I can Lightning Bolt into Grapeshot. Another turn 3. Sweet. Okay, we only need to get one more win, and we get our money back. So I actually think you do want to leave Pact in the post-board games because they're a deck that sideboards in Endurance, and they have Summoner's Pact to find it. They also have access to Force of Vigor. In the post-board games, this card is relevant. It's just not in game number. You could take out Aeve, but there's not really a whole lot to bring in. But if we had the Blood Moons in the board, that it might actually be different. Just not good enough here. Sure. I think you're supposed to get rid of the Pact. Leyline of Sanctity. Okay. We can beat that. Relic. No, I do not want to play you right now. Fetch. Ouch. 17. Play the Wild Cantor. Pass the turn. They eat my Wooded Foothills. Forest into Amulet. To another Amulet. That's pretty scary. Okay, so we'll attack with the Wild Cantor. They go to 19. Post-combat, we will put the Goblin onto the battlefield. Sure thing. They have 3 cards. If it's Gruul land plus Giant, I'm dead. The Primeval Titan. They do name Giant here. For a Dryad? Okay. Copperline Gorge. They're tapped out, which means they can only use Relic to exile 1 card. I will cast Pyretic Ritual. Pyretic Ritual. Sure thing. Ritual down. Metamorphose. Red. Play Wish. And now Reforge with 1 untapped land. Okay, so now we play the Desperate Ritual. Desperate Ritual again. Wild Cantor. Play a Summoner's Pact. And so if I get the Goblin here, and then play the Goblin, I go down to 3 mana, and then Pass in Flames is 1 mana. I'm sorry, it would be 2 mana. But I have one left. I believe that worked. Sacrifice for a green. Like I mentioned, we do have to worry about endurance, but I have the Pact of Negation. Okay, so that resolved. Okay, flashback wish. Let's Summoner's Pact to Thin. We can get Wild Cantor. Play that. I can Nature's Claim the Leyline here, but I'm not really in a spot where I need to do that yet. Let's play the Manamorphose. Green. Okay. Let's Reforge. We hit the Beseiju. This should just be lethal. Striker Rich. Beseiju your Leyline. Okay, and now that the Leyline's gone, we will cast Grapeshot to end the lead. The opponent concedes and we got our 3-2. Yes! Alright, so that was pretty fun. This deck was good. I really liked the Pact plan. I think that that was really powerful. Probably something this deck needed. I was a little, maybe overly critical of the Underworld Breach this league. I don't know if you necessarily need them in the main deck. I feel like you could probably survive off of just with them with the Wish, because on its own, it's not a real payoff spell. You need a Wish in conjunction. So if you Wish in a Breach and then you have another Wish that you can then go get Grapeshot, that works. When you only have Underworld Breach, it doesn't. So I'd be interested in seeing maybe playing Birgi here, so that way you have Hornfell to discard extra Pact of Negations, or you, in conjunction with Wheel, is really powerful. But I could be wrong. I'm willing to admit that. In the sideboard, I think I'd actually cut the Nature's Claims. If you have main deck Beseijus, you just don't need this card. So I would cut the Nature's Claim, one Veil of Summer, and probably one Lightning Bolt for 3 Blood Moon. I think Blood Moon's really what this deck needs. But those are my suggestions for now. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and keep storming. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.